Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this last video for tonight. I'm going to review Monday Night Raw that happened tonight. That's why I got my news video out of the way a bit earlier than I probably normally do them. Because MLB playoffs start at 1 p.m. So I want to go to sleep at least earlier than normal so I can wake up in time to watch them. So let's get this Raw review out of the way now. And sometimes I usually do maybe a little bit later, but I just want to get out of the way now. So, the March to Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia, on October 11th continued tonight on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, an edition of Monday Night Raw Night, High Stakes Championship Clash, Rusev against Dominic Mysterio, a tornado tag match featuring the Usos and The Vision. Wow. The Usos and The Vision. I mean, they don't put on bad matches, it's just they do this so much, it's just, I don't care for them. So let's go over what happened tonight. So with the show, I'll give my grade here for that show. But there were some good things on Monday Night Raw tonight. Cody and Seth, another great promo with those two. They have great chemistry, at least on the mic. You know, great segment there with that. Some very good seeds planted for some very good seeds for story planted tonight. You know, I've wanted some story. Got some. Seth Rollins is obsessed with beating Cody. Cody's beaten him 3 times. And obviously they're facing off for Crown Jewel. Champion versus champion. Was it for the Crown Jewel Championship, where the fuck it is? And tells him he is and was never his friend. Roman returned, and we clearly see Jey Uso taking advice from the Tribal Chief. He was taking some advice, and Jimmy Uso didn't like it. Some good seeds, alright. So now it's pretty interesting. Very story-driven show tonight. Quite liked it. You know, I want story. Not going to complain when I'm giving story. Especially when it's good. And this was good. So yeah, some good story from the show tonight. So let's go over the match card. I'm not sure if I'll make this too long of a recap, but we'll see. But yeah, those were a bunch of things that I liked. And the stuff with Io, Rhea, and the Kabuki Warriors, like that as well. But Rhea ended up kicking off the So, seeking revenge for the attack that she and Io suffered at the end of Raw last week, where they turned their backs on Io. Rhea took to the ring, called out Asuka and Kairi Sane, while the Genius Sky joined her in the squared circle. Kairi still heartbroken at events of a week ago. She said, despite the beatdown, she loves her friends, the Kabuki Warriors, and appeared on the video screen. Asuka took credit for Io's success before offering her a way back into the fold, an apology. The former Women's World Champion walked out on Ripley, refusing to stand up for herself. From behind, the Hills attacked Rhea, picking up where they left off last Monday. Io rushed to the ring to make the save, but found herself in the receiving end of the blue mist, blinding her to end the segment. Asuka flattened Rhea, and Kairi Sane added an insane elbow to conclude the segment. So this is a solid start to the show that immediately followed Io, that showed Io that there's no trust in the Kabuki Warriors anymore, allowing her to focus on teaming with Rhea, presumably as soon as Crown Jewel for a tag match, as we figured this is where it was going. And Rhea has badly needed a storyline away from the women's title to keep her busy for months now. It's something to keep her busy. Still a good feud to keep her busy. And she's still getting crowd reaction, so she'll be fine without the women's title. She just needs a little break from it. It keeps up the monotony, or how the fuck you say it word, I'm not part of the nerd community of the chase, and keeps her relevant while elevating the former Damage Control teammates in the process. Add to that, matches that should be excellent, you have a plus right there. So, good segment to start the show. Next, Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev for the Intercontinental Championship. After weeks of ducking and dodging Rusev in his challenge for Intercontinental Championship match, Dirty Dominic Mysterio had no choice but to defend his championship against Rusev like he had in the weeks leading to the match. He avoided Rusev until the challenger caught him, slammed him into the commentary table through the break, controlled the pace. As the underdog, Mysterio benefited from a red-hot crowd behind him. In his pursuit of a successful title defense, Rusev cut him down with a Machka kick, though, and a 2 count only further infuriated him. Real Link Mysterio tossed the IC title at Rusev and feigned injury, a la Eddie Guerrero, but referee Eddie Orango caught him as the official got rid of the goal. Mysterio caught Rusev with a low blow, scored the victory. When WWE finally pulls the trigger on Mysterio as a babyface, they will have a massive star in their hands, especially given an enormous reaction he received for his win. This was a fun match. It did not reinvent the wheel, but it put the champion over as a resourceful wrestler who can, contrary to popular belief, win on his own. It also set Rusev up to continue chasing Dominic, which could make for some fun too. Next, Bayley versus Raquel Rodriguez. Backstage, Lyra was fed up with Bayley's recent actions toward her and what she deemed mind games, and told the role model that she could not have her back tonight. And this was okay. Raquel defeated Bayley after the match. Perez unloaded Bayley until Lyra made the save. The Hills beat down the inaugural Women's Champion until Bayley fired up and cleared them from the ring. She stood tall with her on-again, off-again friend to close things out here. Bayley and Raquel had a solid match. It probably would have been better with more extended heat period for the heel. Post-match continued the odd tension that has existed between the baby faces while ensuing their rivalry with Judgment Day is not over. Backstage confrontation in Adam Pearce's office led to the Raw General Manager making LA Knight versus Kofi Kingston official for later in the show. Why does LA Knight need to face Kofi Kingston? I don't know. I guess they don't care about LA Knight. Obviously had a pre-tape video package with Cody and Seth. LA Knight, versus Kofi Kingston. Back to the lower card you go, man. So LA Knight faces Kofi Kingston. LA Knight defeats Kofi Kingston. Imagine how much more interesting this would be if Kingston had a shred of credibility left after spending the last 6 months losing matches. What does this mean? Nothing. This means nothing at the end of the day, storyline-wise. This is a little more than an exhibition match designed to get Knight a win. In that regard, it worked. There was not much to it beyond that. But they only did this to give him a win so fans would so they would shut up. Backstage, Becky Lynch answered Maxine Dupree's challenge with a beatdown, particularly after she mentioned AJ. Cody and Seth with a promo. Another great promo here. Rhodes and Rollins continue to have great chemistry, at least on the mic. Their previous encounters have been extraordinary, and there's no reason to believe that trend will not continue at Crown Jewel. The meat of this promo, Rollins' gradual descent into desperation, was what it needed to be, and Rhodes played off well, and then Rhea and Io were backstage. To end the show, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Los Americanos. That was the main event. Los Americanos made their official in-ring debut as Rayo and Bravo battled the Phenomenal One and Lee in a tag team match. Rayo and Bravo. Really? Rayo and Bravo. So the Styles and Lee won. It's a shame that Styles needs the match with Cena to avoid defeat here, because if that contest was not on the books, it's very likely he loses here to put over the new act. But the match was fine, but too much of it took place during the commercial break. It really hit home like the night match earlier. It was an extended enhancement match, really. But yeah, I guess Raw 7 out of 10. There's much stuff I liked, like the Cody and Seth promo. The start of the show I thought was good. And the match with Dominic and Rusev I thought was good. But the rest of the show was, it was okay. But yeah, that's all to say here. Leave a like and subscribe for more. Until next time, Malcolm Light. Peace, and have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the MLB playoffs. Playoffs.